Hi, and welcome to Nina in the Kitchen, where today we're doing a coconut cake. And I have to tell you, this is hands down the best coconut cake that I've ever had. Completely different animal. So if you love coconut, this is the recipe for you. It's very simple. I'm going to start with, I've prepped 2 pans. These are 9-inch, 25-centimeter pans. And I sprayed it just with a baking spray. I cut these parchment papers out, put this in, flipped this to have both sides of the parchment greased, and I have a video to show you how to do that. Very easy. I will post that. Now you set your oven rack so that it's in the middle of your oven. My oven is preheating to 325. That is 160 Celsius. Here's where we're going to begin. I have 2 1/4 cups of flour. That is 256 grams. 1 cup of sugar, 200 grams. 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. This is 12 tablespoons of butter. That's 1½ sticks, cut into 12 pieces, 170 grams. And it's going into this flour mixture at a low speed. Before I get that going with the butter and the flour and so on, I want to show you the wet ingredients. I have 1 large egg. This is 5 egg whites. And in fact, these are the egg whites that I froze one day. I will post that video to show you how to do that. It's a great thing to know to do. I'm just going to quickly mix that up. To that, I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of cream of coconut. That is 200 milliliters. Cream of coconut is what you would use to make pina coladas. It's a coconut that's been sweetened. This is the can that I buy, but no matter which brand you have, there should be a pina colada recipe on the back. I think that's the only other thing you know to do with it. Then I put 1/4 cup of water in here, kind of sloshed it around just to get all the good last bits in there. So 1/4 cup of water goes in. This gets mixed up. A teaspoon of vanilla, and you can use 1 teaspoon of coconut extract. I don't have coconut extract on hand, so I'm going with, this is an oil of coconut, and I'm putting in, that was about 5 drops. It's highly concentrated. I want to say it's 9 times stronger than the extracts. So you just mix this up, whisk it together. All that I'm doing now is I will put the butter slowly, 1 tablespoon at a time, into the dry ingredients. In about 2 minutes, it will be crumbly, like a coarse grain. And that's when I will start introducing the wet ingredients, and I'll show you what all of that looks like. Okay, I just wanted to show you, this is what you're looking for. There are some bigger pieces in here, but by and large, this is really rather fine. And it does look like a cornmeal or something. Now here you have 2 cups or 500 milliliters of your liquid. And what you're going to do is put this on a medium speed, put 1 cup of the liquid in. After about 30 to 45 seconds, you're going to have this thick, pasty dough looking stuff, and that's exactly what you want. From here, you're going to add the remaining ingredients here, the remaining wet ingredients, in a slow, steady stream. Give yourself about 15 seconds to put the rest of this in. That's on a medium speed as well. I just scrape down the bowl and make sure you get into that little dimple at the bottom. And then I'm running this for another 15 seconds on a medium speed, and then we're ready to put these in the pans. I'm just going to jostle these a little bit to make sure that any air bubbles come up to the top. This is 544 grams per pan, in case you're interested, going into the middle rack, 325, 160 Celsius for 30 minutes, and I'll see you when they come out. Well, these just came out of the oven. What I wanted to show you is that when they do come out, first of all, you can smell that your baked good is ready. And you'll see that it comes away from the pan a little bit. There's a little space right here. Then take a toothpick, put it in the center of your cake, in the thickest part, and see what's on this. It should have just a few little moist crumbs or nothing, and that's how you know your cake is ready. These will sit here for about 10 minutes in the pan, then I will flip them out and let them cool, and then we'll ice the cake. Hi, well, as you can see, the cake has cooled, it's come to room temperature, and I iced the cake. So there's a few things that I wanted to mention. One is that it's the Swiss meringue frosting, and I will post that. What you can do at the end is I flavored it with a little vanilla and also added just a few drops of that coconut oil. So now that coconut flavor is in the cake as well as in the frosting, and I just wanted to point out that when you frost a cake, what I do is I put the lion's share of it right in the center, move out from the center to the ends. And then whatever wants to fall over the ends, that is what you use to frost the sides of your cake. And you can go up and down in these little swirlies. This is actually a great cake to make for beginners because the cake itself, aside from being really tasty, it is very easy to go together. You can leave it just like this and just frost the sides. This is 2 cups or 100 grams of sweetened coconut. You may know it as decimated coconut, which means dry. What I've done is when the cake came out of the oven to cool, this went in on a sheet pan. It took about 12 minutes to get to this state. At 325 degrees, 160 Celsius, you set your timer for 5 minutes. When a timer goes off, you just take a spatula, flip this around, and I had to do that twice before it came to this point. Okay, this is the scary part. I'm just going to hang the cake over this pan, just go around and put coconut on the sides. You just have to do a slight angle on it. It probably feels more secure than it looks. You can stop right here where the coconut is just around the sides, and then this is open for decoration. It's got a tender, moist crumb. I really hope you make this. It's so delicious and it's easy. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.